Good morning, all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Apparently, I've gone live. Good morning. Very quick stream this morning. Only 2 jobs in today. I have got so much on today, so we're not doing 11 hours. I am. I've got my mute on, so 1 second, guys. I am. There we go. Just need to mute that. Very quick stream this morning. Probably 1 rebuild and 1 strip down and rebuild of a desktop PC. So not a lot on today, but some interesting bits. So I'm hoping to be done certainly before lunch, and I am sure the amazing, awesome, super duper Swindon repairs will be on. Andy should be on later. I would have thought it didn't stream yesterday, so it should give us some continuity for you guys to watch as well. But yeah, just got a couple of bits on today. Been busy this morning. Late night last night. I couldn't wind down after last night. I've got a few. Andy's got a few things today. Andy, I'm planning on. I've got this laptop to rebuild, which is one we worked on yesterday. After a conversation with a customer last night, he obviously it's non-repairable, so I've got this one just to rebuild. Then I've got a desktop which came in late yesterday, which is basic component swap. So I'm hoping certainly lunchtime. I'm probably not going to run any later than lunch, mainly because I've got so much on today. I've got meetings and I'm out watching a play tonight, so I've got to get ready for that and get stuff sorted out as well. So yeah, that's my day. So probably about. Andy doesn't care. Andy doesn't care. He don't care. Who cares? So yeah, I'm probably thinking lunchtime. I'll swing off anyway, whether I'm finished or not, mainly because I have got stuff to do. But yes, guys, good morning, guys. Good morning. Long stream yesterday. 11.5 hours yesterday. I wasn't planning on going that long, but it did end up going that long. So it was an eventful day. Let's just say, hit a massive 543 subscribers. That is just absolutely awesome. And got some new members to the channel as well, because membership has now gone live, which just blows my mind. Thank you to everyone who's thing. And also my shop has gone live as well. So we can always buy the merch as well, because quite a few people's asked about whether they can get a mug. So I have knocked a mug out. I want to do something different with merchandise, and I don't really want to do that because I know people like collecting them and things like that, so not a problem. But I've quickly knocked one up with the logo and everything on, which should be live whenever. But it is what it is. So yeah, thank you very much for everyone who subscribed, everyone who joined as a member, and also everyone who's asked about the merch as well. So we are where we are. So let's say some good mornings. Get my mouse over to the correct screen, put my glasses on because I cannot see a thing. You will need to do more videos, Cats James. I certainly need to do a few more videos. I have some in the pipeline, James. I've got some very good ideas. If you hear any noise outside, it is bin collection day today. And for some reason, they have took the next door neighbours, but not took mine. And I'm getting a little worried that they're not taking my bin. Please take my bin. My bin is full and it needs to go. Come on. Oh, yeah, he's grabbing it. Come on. Come on. Yeah, he's grabbed it. That's all right. My bin is incredibly full with recycling. But anyway, morning Edinburgh, morning DJC, morning Andy, Sir Andy, morning the legend, which is James J Fix, morning DJC, and good morning, if there's anybody else. Erich, good morning, and there are a few other people sat in there, so good morning, one and all. So, yeah, it is going to be a quicker stream today. I'm going to try and keep it toned down a little bit. I am a little bit tired this morning, 3:30 a.m. because I couldn't switch off by the time I did turn the TV off last night. So yeah, so we are gonna. If you remember, we did this one yesterday with the blown power IC that we ordered. Spoke to the customer yesterday, and it's what it is. So we just need to basically put this back together. For the customer, and he is coming. Where's the link for the mug? I have no idea, James.
PCDD, you little shit.
I am. I'm going to do one of those. I am going to do a little ship mug. That's the plan, is to do a little ship mug store. I don't know. Oh, it's still being verified. The mug link is still being verified. It'll come up on my store, I would imagine, on there. Yeah, it's still being verified. I want to do one with the amazing. Yeah, I can always do it on the mug. I want to do one with the amazing voiceover what Andy kindly provided, which is the little ship. So there will be something coming across with that, because I think that's more synonymous than anything else. So it'll say words to Andy's quote on there, and there will be a little nod to Andy on there as well, I would imagine. So so that will be coming. But I think it should have gone live this morning. I think it's still in that approval stage. I don't really do it. You little mug. So we will do that. But anyway, guys, this is one we're going to rebuild this morning. Obviously, this is the non-repairable one. He wants it fully rebuilding, so I've told the customer that we will rebuild it and we will give him his chip back, what we ordered. Just hope he doesn't lose them. That's the old one there, and that's the new one, so he can have that what I ordered as well. And I'm not charging him for the repair attempt on here. Good morning, Joseph. Good morning. Welcome. I've got glue. I've been doing another computer this morning before I started, and it had glue all over it. I've got glue all over my fingers, black sticky glue. It's gifted a dog biscuit. Oh, thank you, Joseph, for gifting a membership. Thank you so much. Maddie is feeling extremely well fed over the last 2 days, and I cannot express the generosity she is feeling. So thank you very much for the tokens of Maddie's dog biscuits. Much appreciated, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. So we will be putting this back together, to say, for the customer. It's not going to be anything too riveting on this, but we have then, after this is out of the way and done, we do have the strip down and build. Morning, Mookie. Good morning, Mookie. Mookie, I'm going to drop you, because I know we spoke about your thing I need to post up to you. I'm gonna drop you a Discord hopefully today, because I have a plan with that. Because I'll message you, Mookie, about it, reference anything else, just so it's offline. But I have a plan which might be something we can pursue rather than how we were going to do it. But nothing too stressful, I assure you. It's just something. Basically, I think I'm probably not too far away from you next week, and I was going to say, instead of waiting for postage and maybe possibility to get damaged, me dropping it in or dropping it somewhere close to you or whatever. So we will we'll address that in Discord messages. I'll drop you a message, and if not, I will still post it. But anyway, so I'm just going to try and say rebuild this morning. Get this done and out of the way. We will then, I don't know how we're doing this because it doesn't work, and I did explain that to customer. I did say I wasn't going to put the battery in for him, and there was a little bit of resistance there because he wanted the battery, and I said I'm not prepared to put the battery in because there's a short on the board and I don't want any issues arising from that. So I kind of stood my ground and just basically said I'm not prepared to put the battery in. So I've kind of, I don't think it pleased the customer that I wasn't to put the battery in, but obviously that's what it is. Just a little bit annoying that there was another fault on it after we received the part, but yeah, that's what it is. Sometimes you don't know until that. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. So we'll get this built. We'll get this built. My voice was a little hoarse yesterday from all the singing. Morning, Psychic. Good morning, Psychic. How did he take it? What did the customer? Oh yeah, chips. I'll tell you, James. I just don't want to tell you online. It wasn't a pleasant conversation, as you can appreciate. So I'll run through it. I'll explain to you. But yeah, it wasn't a conversation that I wanted to have. And as we all know, and anybody who watches the video, I tried my utmost to get it repaired. But I think the impression from the customer is I probably misled him a little bit, saying it was going to be repaired. I never said it was going to be repaired, so I didn't do that, and I felt awful. I mean, ultimately, I'd rather charge him for a full repair than not, because obviously I'm a business and that's where I make money. So there was no benefit in me not repairing it, but I can understand the predicament as well, that, you know, it's what it is. So yeah, I'm happy to discuss that offline with you, James, rather than online. But yes, it wasn't a pleasant conversation I didn't really want to have. So we got there in the end, though. Some people or some computers you can repair, some you can't, but I always try my best. I always maintain I try the best of my ability, and I'll try and always do the best for the customer. And if my best isn't good enough, well, I can't do much about that. I can only ever do my best. Right, let's get this one in. There we go. Yeah, it was definitely. Oh no, definitely no. I was looking on that fourth wall. Mick, Chill and Relax, kindly sent me a link to the shop thing where I put the mug on this morning. And I was surprised at all the stuff you could actually do. It's a long time. I did Vistaprint many years ago, which is a place in, I think it's a UK one, Vistaprint, I'm not too sure. When I first, or one of the first things I got for my business. Where's this go? Where's his hard drive go? Oh, it goes there. Trying to find out where that went. I was surprised how much stuff now you can get. I know it's all variations on a theme, but how easy they've made it as well. I knocked the mug up this morning just with the logo on. I was going to do a white mug and a black mug, but the logo is white. So if you put a white logo on a black mug, it looks a bit of a square. So it looked a kind of a square thing with a logo in its centre. So I'm going to take the image out and do it as a stealth mug, so it's kind of just printed onto the black, so it kind of blends a lot better. Yeah, morning Mookie. Oh yeah, I have said good morning to you. And all that for a cheap laptop. Yeah, for a cheap laptop. For a cheap laptop. A lot of stress on it, Pernoff. A lot of stress on it. But I think it's relative to customer perception and customer needs and wants. So it's sometimes easy for me or easy for us when we see a lot of things to kind of lose a little bit of focus or a little bit of focus is probably the thing, or you know, when it's somebody's laptop that they do want. I'm just going to tack that back on and see if I can get my do it in the microscope, because I won't be able to see. So I do get it from where the customer was coming from. I just think sometimes there's a better way to approach it rather than a confrontational manner. Yeah, I spoke to the other gent about the. Well, I made a mistake in fairness. The guy with the remember the battery one I was doing, the Surface Pro. I obviously spoke to him yesterday, and I said it's not one that I think you should pursue and get done because of the cost implications and everything else. So he finally agreed with me. Unfortunately, last night when I was flicking through my phone at about 2:30 this morning or something like that, 3 o'clock this morning, when I was doing stuff on my phone, I happened to ring him. So gosh, only knows what he thought I was up to there. But yeah, I happened to press call, and it rang a couple of times. Now, fortunately, it was a WhatsApp call, because that's how he'd been contacting me, and we had a couple of WhatsApp calls. But I just thought to myself, I hope he don't think I'm trying to ring him to have a conversation at like 2:30 in the morning, because that's never going to go down well, is it? But yeah, I didn't exactly pocket dial him, but it was equivalent of doing that. I don't even know how, because he wasn't even the last person in my call log, so I'm not sure why at all. He came up, but I quickly, after a couple of rings, I realised, and it's like, oh no, and you're trying to hit the button really quick, hitting it to try and stop it ringing, And yeah, I did stop it ringing before it rang too much, but he's not running. And then I thought, oh no, what do I do? So I just put my phone in airplane mode. I was like scared if he rings me back. Like, how do I explain this? So I did chicken out. I put it on airplane mode, which then, because I then couldn't use my phone, because we all get into that habit, don't we, is using the phone, because I then couldn't use my phone. I think that's what sort of prompted me to think, well, I might as well go to sleep. Is there a cheap alternative? 8-bit Chris, I've used that fourth wall this morning. I don't know how much Vistaprint is. I used Vistaprint 20 odd years ago. And I got business cards, mouse mats, key rings, mugs, hats, t-shirts. I got a lot of different stuff. In fairness, I've still got some of the mugs, and they're wearing pretty well. Mouse mats I've still got as well. The rest of the stuff's kind of gone the way by. Yeah, I will say the fourth wall. Mick Chill and Relax has sent me a link on Discord this morning. It's in Andy's Discord under general. Or you can actually do it straight from creators. It's relatively straightforward process to get done. It took me about an hour, mainly because I did it wrong 3 times and I kept clicking the wrong button. And because I come from within a browser to that, every time I click back, it took me out of it. So I had to re-log back in. So that was user error more than anything else. The process itself was really, really good. But yeah, have a look at the pricing. I don't know if it varies region to region. I don't know. I don't know the other thing. I would imagine it does vary region to region. So if you're not in the UK, for example, they'll have different suppliers somewhere else in the world. That's if fourth wall is available globally. Again, I'm not sure. But yeah, have a look at that. Fourth wall, it's called, and it's in YouTube creators bit. And I think you can just say shop or create shop when you've hit your 500, and it lets you do that. What does the DD stand for? People's come up with different scenarios what the DD stands for psychic. I know Russ has started calling Russ Repairs has started calling me Double D. So yeah, it's just I wanted something which kind of rolled a little bit easier than PC repairs. You can't have PC repairs because there's a lot of them on YouTube, so I just wanted something like that. And yeah, one at Creators said I was like P Diddy, which I think we quickly backtracked on for obvious reasons. Yeah, Double D is what Russ were thinking. I like it. I like to think it's my move size. I'm a Double D, so I don't know. Donkey Richard is another one. But that's a self-proclaimed one, so we won't go there. So you never know. What the hell was that? A bird's just flown into my window. What a silly bird. Sorry. I've just heard a bang because I sit next to the window here. Just heard a bang here, not actually in the window, in the kind of brick thing underneath the window. And I've just seen a pigeon kind of go like this on driveway where customers park. He's obviously not flown into the window because it weren't a window here. It was flown into brickwork underneath. How's he done that? It's a wall. He's flown away now. Pigeons like probably seeing canaries or something above his head. Crazy. And just buy a used replacement laptop. Yeah, Pernoff. Yeah, I probably. He wanted me then find a used motherboard. I said that I don't provide used parts, so I can't do that. And then we went down the lines of his other options. So yeah, it was a conversation which we explored several possibilities, which is probably the easiest way of describing the conversation. But I'm not into providing used items. I said if he wanted to find one himself, I could always fit it for him. And I just explained the pros and cons of doing that, which might involve him buying something used off something like eBay or Facebook or whatever it might be, and it then not working. So there were other things to kind of consider when we were discussing that. And I think eventually the agreement was reached that he has somebody who may be able to fix it, replace the chipset. which is combined chipset with CPU on here, and which sits just under the heatsink. It's all one if you saw the video yesterday. So I think the plan is to take it fully built to them and get them to replace the chipset, because they may well have one. And if that's the case, brilliant, fantastic. I wish him the best of luck that he has one, bless him. My neighbour's just brought me my bin in. I was just looking at that. So yeah, wish him the best of luck to get that done. But I think when you start looking at the cost of the repair, cost of the new motherboard or the replacement motherboard, let's say motherboard £150, £200, whatever they can buy one for, because it's what people are selling them for, not what the market value so much is. If you can get one working with some labour to put on there, it then starts ramping the costs up. So yeah, dirty desktop. Donald Duck, could be Donald Duck, could be Donald Duck. Oh, I need to go into live chat as well. I forgot to go into live chat. Might be missing some things. I don't like it doesn't do that. So yeah, just to catch up. His favourite brass certainly is Dead or Dying repairs. That's probably not too far. If it's not dead, I'll kill it. Repairs. PD, what are you doing with all those bottles? Flux buddy. I'm planning on opening I'm planning on sending them to the UK branch of AliExpress so they can be retailed. So I'm going to post them down to James, because we all think that James is the UK hub of AliExpress. He's got that many tools. DD Brasside, definitely. He'll start a running club. That's for me OnlyFans, that Mookie, me DD. So anybody who's seen me on OnlyFans will appreciate that. Dunkin' Donuts. It could Electro World. It could stand for Dunkin' Donuts. I can't remember the last time I ate a donut. It's not because I don't eat them, it's just a terrible memory. Who would do that for less than value of a laptop there? Yeah, I think I'm not going to get into it too much, in fairness, because I think from a customer point of view, it's probably not the right thing to do. So we will keep the anonymity and we'll keep the conversation there with that. Did your mic last whole stream? No, it didn't, but I made sure, Andy, that I changed it halfway through, because I did run out the day before and it went flat. So I tried to remember after about 6 or 7 hours yesterday to change it, because I get about, one microphone gives me about 6.5 hours, the other one gives me about 8. So because I got the dual kit, it's proved really useful to just be able to swap them over. And obviously when I get guest appearances from other creators like James or maybe some other creators, I'm not going to tell you who, but there's a couple of other things on the horizon where I might be doing some more face-to-face repair streams, let's say, with a couple of other creators. So yeah, there's a couple of ideas floating around, where there might be a get-together, a gathering, multiple creators, all kind of gathering, or maybe some visits. You know, we might do a live cam where we just knock on somebody's door in the morning and go, surprise, we're here to do a live stream. Don't know, a bit like the Dad's Doorstep challenge. That'd be so funny. Only thing I can imagine is I turn up with me. Sorry, Andy, this is going to be aimed at you, but I don't mean to aim at you. But if you can imagine me turning up live on stream, knocking on Andy's door, saying, "I brought this for you to repair. Can I come in?" And Andy there in dressing gown vaping. That would be such a good stream. That. I think they've both got noise cancelling switched on. That would be fun, yeah. I think we should vote for that, chat. Do you reckon I should just spring a surprise on Andy one morning, turn up with a bag full of projectors and B&O speakers and whatnot, and knock on his door and say, "I've come to repair this"? Do you reckon he'd recognise me if I turned up in my normal clothes without my makeup on? Do you reckon he'd recognise me? That's the other thing. But the other big question is, do you think he'd let me in? He'd probably slam door in my face. Oh, dear me. Dear me. Anyway, we're getting on to something we don't want to get onto there. That's it. Oh, that's me drinking. Me drinking. I need to change that timer. So I think that the only thing I'm not going to do, like I said, I am definitely not going to put the battery in. What's people's view on that? Do we think we should fit battery or not? I don't think I should be fitting a battery to the laptop, because I do not think it will do the laptop any favours by putting a battery in. And I just don't like the idea of doing that. So I have refused, and I refuse on the odd occasion that you do give a broken laptop, either because it's non-repairable or customer chooses not to have it repaired. I always refuse to actually put the battery back. So that is all the screws in here that I can see. Yes, it is. So we will get the cover on. We'll get this clipped together. Fit. Yeah, I can't unplug this one, and I'll show you why I can't unplug it. I'll just clip the case. I'm sorry about that cracking. It is probably a little bit loud. It's focus. It is one which just kind of goes straight into the slot. So when it fits onto the motherboard, it kind of just sits in situ with the lugs. So you can't fit it and disconnect it on this model. So that's why I've done it. But if it was possible, yeah, that's generally what I do, just to keep it all contained. If they tell me they're going to throw it away, which some customers do, I do offer a recycling service, because obviously businesses do. I'll sometimes say to them, would you like me to leave the battery out to make it easier for you to recycle? Because what I wouldn't want them to do is just take it to the local recycling centre, or, God forbid, put it in their domestic waste bin, and it cause big issues with that. So definitely wouldn't want that to happen. So I do explain that they can't go in the waste recycling, because you put a lithium ion battery in there and they tend to go pop with that. So I do kind of give them the option of that. And if they want to leave it with me, I can get it recycled safely and securely. Lots of HPs can't leave unplugged. Yeah. Do that. So put these other screws in, so, and then we can move. Once this one's rebuilt, we're going to get onto building the other custom PC. I think this is a PC which I've worked on before. This other one, what we're going to do? Well, I have worked on it, because he told me yesterday when he dropped it off. I don't think I built it, because I think it was a pre-built system from somewhere, but I have worked on it in the past for him. I can't remember what I've done, but I tend to have a lot of repeat customers. Most of my business is obviously surrounding area, but a lot of it is either repeat or referral, which I think is always a good thing. It's always a nice thing to have on that. Okay, so we are on here, all fixed down, all back together with that laptop just there. It's all screwed down, battery on top. Again, we're not going to fit that battery for him. If I don't want to do that, I will stick the working chip and the non-working chip on here, and he is welcome to both of those. If I stick them both next to each other, we've got an idea on which it is. I mean, there's one. If we remember, the non-working chip has got a big hole in it. So as much as it's difficult to see, you can actually see a little bit on there that it did actually blow the sides, because it's done the circuit board as well. But you can see it's blown the side off a little bit compared to that one's the non-working chip, which has got the side missing, and that one's the working chip. So so at least he has that. If he wants to pursue the chipset replacement, he's got the other working power IC as well to get that up and running. So let's put this on this side. Those are screws from a different job, so I don't want to get those mixed up. Put those in there. Have a drink of this. So Andy, what exciting things have you got today to do? Let us know, pray tell. I'm just going to grab the computer, the desktop, which is what we're going to be doing next. So give me 2 seconds, guys, and we will be back with a big machine and a big machine and some other components. we have, I will run through everything that this guy's got. I'm going to put that on there just in case. What beat just then? Something beat. So I'm presuming this is his CPU, because he has CPU, motherboard, RAM, and he's got a water cooler. Obviously didn't talk to me. We've got an i9. What? Nice CPU. i9 14900KS Special Edition, unlocked. So very nice. That's probably explains why he's got a water cooler. If he's planning on tweaking that a little bit, that is a nice enough CPU. And the good news is, it is actually in there as well. It looks like it's been opened already. Let's hope customer hasn't. I know he's not broke the seal. That's all right then. Oh, update on the Amazon one. Do you know the Amazon guy who tried to steal £900 worth of parts off me yesterday? I did report him to Amazon, and they were quite shocked because they'd never heard it before. But I did report him to Amazon. The RAM has been opened, by the way, so he has opened his RAM. But we have Vengeance RGB DDR5 performance RAM, and we've got 32 gigabytes of 6,000 mega transfers, 216s on there. So yeah, again, both sticks present, which is always good. We have a big beast of a cooler. We've got a Titan 360 RX RGB. Do not like fitting water coolers, as anybody who's a regular on the channel will know. Oh, got my hamstring today. But we've got that to fit. Not going to look forward to fitting that because I don't like them. And we've got a really, I think this is, James, is this the same board as you've just bought off eBay? Is this the Mag 790 that you bought, James? I think it may well be. Keep spending, KS edition, keep spending, yeah. You can imagine it, you can imagine that that's what it stands for, is just keep spending more money. Just keep spending more and more money. But yeah, we've got this Mag 790. Oh, I've got another subscriber. Thank you, whoever that was, for hitting the subscribe button. Thank you, guys. I am chasing MK Fixdown at 555. God, that takes me back to me Radio Am days. 27.555, which was a SSB sideband frequency. Anyway, I digress. Talk crap. Yeah, he's on 555, so I'm chasing him down, and then we've got James on the radar then. But James did state in chat, I need to do a lot more work to get to James' thing. But I think this is the same board as what James may have bought on here. Pretty sure Intel CPU warranty is void if you don't use their retail cooler. At least that's why. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, is that the one Joey sent you? Okay. Maybe. This one. It's a bit worrying that there's actually a mark on the. Turn that off. That's me soldering iron. What's beeping? There's a mark on there, the bag. You see that? Which obviously is a pressure mark onto the heatsink there. So that's a little bit disturbing, and doesn't look like it's been opened. Well, the customer that I rang at 2:30 this morning has just sorry, dropped phone and oops, I can't put that, dropped. Right, I've just put. I hate predictive text. It's come up with different words, but yeah, we're just asking me, did you really mean to call me last night? Yeah, so more pressure marks here as well around the plastic. So that's a little bit concerning that such an expensive board has been thing, but hopefully that is because there's another pressure mark there. We'll have a look at that when we come to fit it, because we're going to dry build it anyway on bench, as we would do. So we'll sit on that on there. So we've got a nice CPU, nice system, and everything else. I'm not going to bring his computer in yet, because I'm going to build the system on the desk like we did yesterday, get it up and running, and then see where it is. But what I will do is just see if there's any more boxes, because I thought he said he'd upgraded his graphics card as well. Or it may have already upgraded. Oh, God, that's heavy. Oh, yeah, now this is it. A little bit dog's come to help me, as you can see. She's stood in there just supervising. She's like, you stand there, I'll just keep an eye on you and I'll just watch what you're doing. And just, boop. I'm miles away from her, by the way, I'm not poking. She's just come to supervise, just to make sure it is. Oh yes, he has a big GPU in here. Oh, this one's got a filter right underneath the bottom to do this. So he has, probably can't see that, it looks like a 5070. So when we strip it down, he's got a water cooler as well. So we have got a water cooler to take out of here. Got quite a few fans. I will show you this more in depth when we start the build. So at least there's plenty of room, and he's got a water cooler already. So at least we know water cooler is going to fit with no issues on there. It's just a triple fan water cooler rather than double fan. Some nice DDR4 RAM in there as well. Yeah. I'm not convinced that that plug on his GPU is in all the way, but again, we'll it's a lot of reflection on at the moment because it's so. Okay, we'll put this to one side anyway because that's what we're building it in, but we need to strip that one down. So we're going to put this over there. Oh, dear me. Get that on there. He's not upgrading his hard drives. He's only upgrading his board and everything else, which I suppose if his hard drive is okay, you don't need to. We get a cheap and cheerful cooler and we'll make a start on this. Just need to see this right. So we are where we are with that one. That's the guy coming to pick up the battery replacement one, what we didn't replace. After I told him that he really shouldn't be having it replaced. So I don't need anything. See if there's anything else in here we need to take out. It's got one of them little fancy things. These that really got me yesterday when I first looked at that. I like it. It's got a pair of antennas and a SATA cable in there as well. So yeah, and we have. Share your MSI product experience. We've got a questionnaire, which we won't be filling in. Let's just bang that box back in there and bang that down, and we will see if we can build this on the desk. It's a nice system, this. An i9 14900. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Zoom out. There we go. Oh, I need to order some more tips as well for my soldering iron, but I don't really want JCB ones because they're very, very expensive. And I don't think I'll do them justice on there. Morning, Phil. Good morning. She came to check you have any toast. Do you know what? I've not had my toast this morning. That's probably what she's come for. She's laid down here now. You can't see. You can just see her head down here. She's laid down here. She lays in the door to protect me, so her back's to me, and there. I don't think it's really to protect me. I like to think it's that. I think it's just the case. If she's thinking anybody walks through that door, I'll go with them. They might take me for a walk. So she's going for a big. Ooh. 1 second, gentlemen. We have somebody at the door. Good morning. Thank you very much, sir. See you later. Have a good day, mate. Oh, there we go. Just the friendly neighbourhood postman. What a lovely guy my delivery drivers are. Lovely, lovely guy. I don't think she needs any toast with all the biscuits she's been getting from you kind people. I just got refill tips, working on. Relife tips, sorry. Refill. Yeah, I think I might order some. I am right in thinking the size I've got, James, what I need is 245, is it? Ooh. I'm not very good on stuff like that. I'm not very good on a lot of things, but I'll be the first to kind of say I'm just not very good at certain things like that. So what we are going to do, just for documentation's sake, we are going to open his CPU, and which has still got the factory seal on, which is always nice. And we're going to fit his CPU in his board just to keep his board protected whilst we terrifyingly fit everything else into his system. So we are fitting a i9 14900. I bet retail on one of these is not cheap. Don't You know what, considering this was sealed, it's a bit. I'm going to show you that on camera. Maybe you can see. Can you see all muck and everything on plastic? I don't know if it's really picking it up on camera. But you can just see kind of all dirt and everything on plastic. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like thermal paste. You can see it a bit on there now. And it looks like somebody's wiped it off, but it's on the inside. This has been used. This is a used CPU. This is definitely used. I've just cut the seal on this, and this is a used CPU. And I'm going to tell you why it's used, because I've literally just taken it out of the packet, and look what we've got on it. Can everyone spot that? We've got thermal compound on it. So when we look at the plastic, I could see, can't really see it under the microscope, but I could see there was definite marks underneath the plastic, and we can now see definite signs of that. And yeah, it's definitely a thermal compound on there, and looks like maybe damage to some of the pins. I'm going to give that a clean with a cotton, but chances are it's probably going to be all right. But would you really want to be buying a used 14900KS? Because there's probably a couple of reasons why they're getting rid of this. One, because there's a known issue, because you're not really going to upgrade from this, so there's an issue with the CPU, or possibly you want to return some of your money and go to AM5 or something like that. There's no physical other than that. Because obviously when they test these in factory, they will not. I wouldn't imagine they would put thermal paste on it. Has it got factory thermal paste pattern? It's not. I mean, it's a sealed CPU from. I don't know where it's from. Do you know what I will do, guys? I am going to just ring the customer and just say, look, I think this might be used, just so he's aware of it, because I don't want to land myself into any hot water if I fit this and it doesn't work. So let me just get the thingy bob, because if this is a used CPU and he's bought it as new, I don't want to be lumbered for, oh, you've given me a used CPU or anything as such. I'm just going to dial his number. He's a nice guy. Just dial him and I will have a quick chat with him. Morning, is that James?
It is, yes.
Right, just a quick one. I'm just starting the build of your system, and I've opened your CPU, which was a sealed packaging, but it's got thermal compound on the inside of the plastic case and this thermal compound on the CPU, which would say to me it could well have been a used CPU. Did you buy it new or used? I mean, I'm happy to proceed, but I wanted to have a conversation with you before it. That it's unlikely to be done at factory like that, because as far as I'm aware, they don't actually test them with thermal compound and whatnot. And I've never seen a new one with thermal paste on. There's not a lot on it, and it is actually on the underside where the pads are. Where did you buy it from? Laptop outlet, okay. I mean, there's a couple of reasons why personally I would think they would do this. It's unlikely that somebody's upgraded from an i9 14900KS, because it's a high-end chip. So they've either done it to reclaim some cost because they can't afford to keep it or whatever, because everyone's circumstances are different, or there might have been an issue with it and they're thinking, well, I'll sell it on. And things like that, because there are some known issues with 13th and 14th gen chips. Intel have claimed to have solved the issue with updates, but it could well be one of those. Right, there's no cooler with it for a start. It's just the CPU, so there's no cooler with it definitely. But are you on an iPhone? Do you want me to flick over to video so I can quickly show you? Just let me flick it over to camera, and then at least if you can just let me know when you can see me, and I will just flick that onto there. There we go. Right, I am live streaming, so I'm just going to turn you down. Sorry. So I don't know if I've got you on mute at the moment. They can't see you on the camera. So can you just see here where the CPU has got I can't hear because I put you on mute a second, but I will just talk at you now, James, if that's okay. So you can see here. Now, the other worrying thing is, I don't know if you can just see this. Tell you what, just let me put it under my microscope, and then I'll show you the microscope view. And then we at least can see what I'm talking about a little bit more. And I'll see if I can get the angle right. So, can you just see there? This is the microscope view. Can you see there where I'm looking at the pins? There's obviously some type of things and whatnot on there. So I've literally opened it straight out of the box. It was a sealed box, I will stress. It was sealed. How good their seal thing is debatable, but it did have the security seal there intact, and it's still got that one intact. I did cut this one open, so you could see. So it really does depend on how you wish me to proceed. I can still fit it. I can just give it a clean. It's only a bit of IPA to give it a clean and obviously put it together for you. But obviously then you could always have an issue with maybe something like it not working or something like that, and then they might come back and say it can't be done. Right, guys, sorry. I think it's important that we just had that conversation with the customer, because what I didn't want it to do, as you probably heard from there, he's bought that as a new CPU from Laptop somewhere or other. Can't remember what he did say it was, but yeah. So it looks like maybe. I doubt whether it's factory, but we'll give it a clean. We'll see what it is. I just didn't want it to be a case of I fit it because I thought that's what he'd want, and not. But he's a nice guy. He's a nice lad, and he has bought it as new. I suppose the saving grace is at least I've documented it on a live stream. So worst case scenario, if he does need to go back to him and say, "Hold on, you've sent me a used CPU," we do have some evidence and proof of that. So that's always good. So we'll just get this, and we'll give this a quick clean. Intel. He's also bought it with a cooler. There's no cooler with it at all. Was it from Binning? I don't. I'm not aware, Raid Zero, that they do it like that with thermal compound and whatnot. And you would think when you're spending, I don't know, £600 or upwards or whatever it is on a new CPU, it's going to come immaculate. You know, with the production facilities they've got, you would think that they've got a facility to make sure they are spotlessly clean. Yeah, there's no heatsink, so there's no heatsink with it. It was described with a heatsink, but he hasn't got a heatsink. But he's bought the water cooler anyway, so that's what we will be fitting. Yeah, it should be perfectly clean. They do testing on Care CPUs separately from their lower clock speed CPUs of the same tier. Yeah, so it could be that then, Raid Zero. Yeah, it should have thermal paste under the IHS. Yeah, it will, but obviously there's nothing on the. I mean, there's signs of it round here, round the side, which is where it's kind of spilled over here. Do you know what this looks like? It looks more like a fingerprint sort of scenario to where they've done it, because it's round here. My concern is more to the fact that I haven't wiped it off yet, but they look like pressure marks on the pads. So I think it has been installed, but again, you would expect some type of installation just for testing purposes, make sure the chip is working. But again, the rig that they should put it in should be okay. Yeah, I don't think it should have it on it at all. If the processor's pasted on it, it's likely return or used unit. I would return it. Yeah, I've given the option, so we will see where it goes. So this is just a bit of IPA on cotton bud. I would imagine once we've wiped it and cleaned it, it's probably going to look as new as you can possibly make it. So we'll give it a quick wipe of all the pins just to make sure it's got the best fighting chance. And we will, not that it makes much difference wiping the top, but we will just I'm going to just have a quick close-up. Oh no, it's just light reflecting. I thought there were a component missing just there, but there isn't. I'm going to have a zoom in on that because I'm not happy with how that looks. Is that a component? I'm still struggling to see. See if I can touch it. Guys, what do we think to that? There's something missing there, isn't there? There is definitely something missing there. Can we all see that? What's people's thoughts on that? Let me see if I can put a bit more light on it for us so we can all see together. I think there's a component missing on there, and I think it should. I haven't got another i9 to compare it to. James, are you still in chat? Yeah, I'll move the microscope down. This is going to be a bit of a bumpy ride, this, because my microscope is pretty much fixed in place, but this will give me my maximum zoom and clarity, and I'll put as much light as I possibly can get away with without getting too many reflections, and zoom in, zoom out on that, get it focused. And then zoom back down. Let's try and hold it still. Right, can we see this? Not factory. James, I don't know if you're at home, are you? Do you know that i9 that I gave you? Would you mind, if you're at home and you've got it handy, I don't want to put you out, but could you just have a look to see if that component should be there on there, if you don't mind, James? It would be. Yeah, I think that is the case. I think that is the case. I'm going to take a photo of my screen, which is really annoying this for the customer. And I'm just going to ring him again, gents, just so I can say, either drop on the stream if you have YouTube, and I can get another subscriber. And just see what he says. Just bear me 1 second, gents. Again, sorry about this. That one there. Hi, James. Is it convenient? You're not busy? Yeah. I think this CPU's damaged. Yeah. Have you got YouTube? I presume you have. I'm just live streaming at the moment. I've done it all on live stream. Anonymity is protected and everything else. I don't know if you want to drop onto my stream and then I can explain to you if you want, and you can see it as I'm showing you rather than me trying to do it over FaceTime and whatnot, because I've got it under the microscope and you can see a lot better. If you just search for me for PCDD repairs, and you will see the live stream. Just give me a thumbs up or something in chat when I know you're here, and I'll run through and I'll show you what the issue we believe is, and I think you'll agree with me once I show you what it is. Just keep everything transparent. It's easier for you to see on there rather than anything else. So just give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and I'll explain to you, James. Cheers, mate. Bye bye now. Right, he's going to drop into the live stream, but I think, guys, I think we might. I'll leave that on that focal length there. I do think that. just examine the rest of the chip. Make sure nothing else has been knocked off. Just whilst we're just waiting for the whilst we're waiting for the customer to log in. Yeah. Aha, James, other James, JFix sent me a photo. Thank you very much for that, James. I will have a look at the photo. Yeah, right. James JFix has kindly sent me a photo of this. So if we hold it in exactly the same orientation, I'm going to show you on my phone on here. So let me zoom out because this is the photo from James. From JFix, and we are looking at those two there as opposed to the chip which is there. So it does appear that those are the parts which we are looking at. So there should be two capacitors maybe on there, right? Those are the bits we're looking at. One of the other creators in chat has sent me this, James customer, not James JFix, sorry. So that's the area we're looking at on the chip, because he's got the same chip, and your chip is here. So if we look down here, we can clearly see that we've got a knocked off component just here. So we should have basically one of those sat there as per the other photo. Now the compound and so on was on the, I haven't fully cleaned it off, but it was sat here was the thing, and we can see some kind of marks here where it's been looked. So there was compound here, and there was the what looks like impression marks on the copper contacts. You can just still see some here. So I would say, obviously they don't put things on because they don't need them. On a chip like this, I would say that is more important. It has been done on live stream. James, not JFix, James. And you can always use this as, I'm happy for you to use this as evidence that we've opened it and done that straight away. I did spot the thermal compound straight away, highlighted it straight on stream. I didn't notice that until we put it under the microscope, as we can see. But it is very apparent that there is a knocked off component of some degree on there. So you can give me a call by all means and we can discuss which way you want to go. But I would imagine you're probably going to say you'll return that. I would say strongly advise you to return that. So I know it's annoying, but I don't think there's any point continuing with the build as yet until that's sorted. So yeah. 32 people. If you are sat in chat, please hit that like and subscribe button, guys, if you don't mind. But yes, James, just give us a tinkle or drop me a text or just let me know. But I'll put this back in the box for you. And then what I did notice originally, and you can't see any, let me just put this away and I'll show you what I first spotted. Again, if you rewind the stream, you will see what I did spot. And what you can just see a little bit, you can see marks on the inside of the plastic. It's really difficult to see on camera, where it looked like there was dirty thermal compound. You can just see a little bit there. And that is on the inside of the plastic case. But the actual box was sealed. I've cut that seal. But you can buy these factory seals. I'm not saying you can't. You can buy them. And this just might be something they've stuck on. But that one is still intact because I did cut that one with my knife to open it to fit. So yeah, I will put that back in the box for you, and then just let me know. But rather you have something which is, because they're not cheap, rather have something which is right than wrong, if you know what I mean on that. When I figure which way this goes, because I never get them right first time. So yes. So gentlemen, that is that one there. We will put that to one side, and this is going to be a nice system. I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah, Red Zero. I think we'd all conclude on that one that it probably is maybe a used chip. I can't see Intel, even if they have binned it like you say, binned as in performance checking, to make sure it meets criteria, not binned as in throwing it away. If they have done that, they should have enough processes in place, A, to make sure it's clean and certainly not a missing component, because it'll get x-rayed and ultra scanned, and they're selling a £500 to £700 CPU there. It's the top of range chip. They're not going to do that. Yeah, you've got to be so careful nowadays buying stuff. It is. That has clearly been bought by somebody, probably the same person who bought the motherboard that you bought off eBay, James, or one what Joey sent us. They've dropped that chip on install, probably damaged the motherboard, which they've then probably returned as well. And then they've thought, crikey, my chip don't work when I've got a new motherboard. Realised chip didn't work, so returned that. Resellers either bought it as a batch or gone, well, it's looked perfectly fine to us, it's still whatever, and then sold it on. And I'm hoping the retailer doesn't go, you've damaged it yourself, because some retailers are unscrupulous and they will dig their heels in. And I'm so glad we've done it all on camera for the customer to be able to have a little bit of evidence to say, this is what it is. This is what it is. It wasn't open. We've opened it on stream. On that, so I'm hoping that benefits the customer no end on there. But a really nice system. This. I'm going to just bag the motherboard back up, because obviously we can't build this today. And we'll have to see where that goes. But that's a really nice motherboard. The if it's the one what you've had sent as well, James, JFix, it's a nice motherboard. This really nice motherboard. I still need to do my VOD over the one what I've repaired, what we got off Joey as well. So I did speak with Joey about it, and I was talking to him the other day about it, just to say it was done and repaired. Let's just pop that back in the box for safekeeping. We'll pop the little screw in there as well. And we have the RAM, CPU, and the cooler is sat. Cooler and they sat there, and obviously the case is sat there. So what I might do, I'll just text the customer now, just see if he still wants me to disassemble his old computer in ready. Do you want me to oh wait there, he's ringing me, just 1 second. Hi James. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, do you want me to still strip yours down? Because obviously, if you're going to get a new chip or not, I mean, I don't want to be stripping it down if you can't get a chip for a month, because obviously I can't fit anything to it. But what I can do is strip it all down and have it ready for stuff to go in, which will obviously halve my time for when I come to rebuild. Excuse me. But it does mean then if you are waiting for parts for a considerable length of time. Where did you get the motherboard from? Personally, I would say stay away from Intel 13th and 14th gen chips because there are some known issues with those. Have a look at maybe AM5 platform because obviously RAM's the same, which is costing the thing which does cost quite a bit of money. So maybe look at doing that and going to the AM5 platform rather than that. But yeah, I won't bother stripping it then until you let me know, and then we can cross that bridge for time and everything when it is. I can't, but you can easily go on my channel as you found it, and kind of screen record, clip it yourself or whatever. I think I actually cut the seal slightly off camera because I was zoomed into the board, but when I pull it through, even before I've opened the plastic, I then show it on camera, so at least you've got evidential proof that it is there. But yeah, just look back at the clip and you'll see what's needed on there. But I would approach him first and just say it's this, because they might say, yeah, just send it back, we'll give you a refund. So you might not need to go down that route, hopefully. But yeah, have a look at maybe the AM5 platform because there's some good chips out there.
PCDD, you little shit.
It should not work with that motherboard, mainly because it's an Intel motherboard. This you need an AM5, so it's a different motherboard. But you could return that to Amazon as well. Yeah, so Amazon are really good. Your RAM will work, but your board won't because you're changing
PCDD, you little shit.
From one to other. All right, I'll wait to hear from you, James. I can imagine. So I won't open yours. I won't touch yours. These are boxed up. So yeah, just let us know what's happening with it. Amazing. Cheers, James. Take care. Bye bye. Right, gents. I'll just delete that. Thank you for that, Cows. I was on there. It was actually somebody in chat, which I was on the phone to there, Cows. So they did hear that, but it did go through my speakers because I forgot to put speakers on mute. So thank you for that, Charles. So the upshot of this, guys, is just keep you informed because I'm sure James, who I was just discussing it with, will be okay with just letting you know. I think you heard from my side of things, so he's gonna approach the reseller and use my live stream as evidence if required. Just bear me 1 second because I've got another call coming in. PC repairs, how can I help? Uh-huh. Okay. It's Win. Okay. Well, you need a product key for 10 or 11 because the same product key will work. Have you got a product key? Okay. Which shop is it? Oh right. Right. So they do phones, don't they? Okay. We can install obviously Windows 11 or Windows 10. Windows 11 will probably go on most PCs, so I can install either of them. But obviously you'll just need to get a product key to obviously activate it. It's not a necessity that you need to activate it. It will work unactivated. It'll just have a reminder in the bottom right hand corner, and there will be some limitation, like you can't change your desktop background, but it will work without a valid product key. But you should be registering anyway. We charge a standard £65. All right, cheers then, bye-bye. That'll be why he's gone somewhere else, not to me, because they're charging him £15 or whatever. So hey. But anyway, right, guys, we are where we are with this. I can't go any further because obviously, if you've watched the video, unfortunately, customer's been sold a chip pretending to be new, and it's actually got a knocked off component. Have a look on the video, and it's an i9 14900KS, which is really disappointing that a retailer would do this. But it's clearly got the missing component, what's been knocked off, and thermal paste on it. So I am pretty confident, I'm 99.9% sure that this is a used item that has just been resealed. Either by the retail shop, they could be the innocent party, the end user before that, whoever did it could have done it. But obviously there's some signs of wear and opening on places like the edges as well. So so it is what it is. Nice RAM, unopened, but the seal has been cut on there as well, which is down here. So that one has been. Can we just check the RAM? Yeah, RAM looks fine. I can't see any issues with the RAM at all. But customer might open that, and obviously the motherboard as well with the little imperfections on the packaging, but the tape was still intact with that, so that looks good. He has said he doesn't want me to touch the computer, mainly because he'll still need to use that if he's waiting for parts. So we will see where that is. So let me just catch up with chat. So we have. If he got a CPU from Scan, he should be fine for warranty. He's bought it from laptop something or other. I can't remember the name, what he said he bought it from. Thank you very much for that little iShip. Cows did catch me out as I was on the phone. It's changed for me to catch you now. It does. Based on recent reports, the AMG chips primarily associated with burning their sockets, a Ryzen 7 9800X3D, 7800. I've got a 7800X3D and a 9850X3D, but I don't push mine to maximum on those. On AM4, wow, disturbing. It is very disturbing that they are going to be like that. If I was building a new rig, I'd be i9 Core Ultra. You'd go for i9. Wow. I think they've both got issues. I mean, Intel do claim that they've sorted the issues out with the certainly the 13 and 14th gen chips, or 14th gen chips, and 13th should be sorted through firmware on there. But yeah, it is what it is. Current draw moving beyond the capabilities of socket method now. Yeah, that's the other thing, because they're getting so juicy with the amount of current draw. I think that's one of the reasons why Intel changed their AM5 platform to the same as Intel, so they could get better balance on the power pins and things like that. I think that was one of the things, and layout, and there was another reason as well. But I think it was manufacturing costs as well. But I thought it was down to something to do with that. I'll be going back to pen and paper. Mookie, I don't think you're too far wrong on that one. I don't think you're too far wrong. Pen and paper is a lot cheaper. So, right, guys, I have built I built that laptop, and obviously we can't do this one. So I'll be quite honest, I've got no other bits in today because I've got paperwork to do, and it was only going to be a lunchtime stream anyway. But Andy, Swindon Electronic Repairs, I cannot send you across, but I'm sure you all know who the amazing, awesome, phenomenal Andy is. Please drop into his chat, say hello from me. I can't raid, because I can't raid until I get to 1,000, which I'm not too far from. But please hit that like or subscribe if you do want to. But if you don't know who Andy is, please search for Swindon Electronic Repairs. He is live. He's got some bits and bobs in. Please tell him that I've sent you across. It's always nice to get that recognition as well from the other creators. So it's always nice with that. But guys, have a good weekend. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow. Might stream maybe sometime Saturday morning if I've got some bits to do, but it all depends on what walks through the door. It is always a bit of a quiet month, is February, and we will see where it goes. But have a super guy, one of those guys, since I can't pronounce, super time. Take care, enjoy what you do, and drop into Andy's chat and say hello from me. See you later, guys. Bye bye.